War, huh? What is it good for? Well, for one thing, we get to test the mettle of our troops. Get it? Because it's metal. I've been complaining about not having enough of it. It's what got us into the war in the first... You know what? Shut up! That was comedy gold right there. You don't know nothing. Okay. Anyway, last session, the game started crashing on me again. Kind of unfortunate, but it's a side effect of recording the game. There's not really anything I can do about it. It wasn't like I thought the switching things around in the build queue, so I just have to assume that it's simply because I'm recording, and that's just it. It's a shame, but it doesn't happen when I'm not recording, so there's that. And I'm still gonna keep recording, and if it crashes, then fuck, let it crash. I'm sure I'll survive a crash or two. For now, though, we are at war with Ythril, who, they have some units here, and I'm considering attacking them. Now, looking over their units, they actually have better units than I do. This is a true statement. These guys, 60 damage, 45, 40, 35. I have, well, sort of middle of the road with 44s, and then we've got 27, 24, they're archers, so, and 26. I do have a total of 400 hit points for the entirety of this army. I also have 2 spellcasters, something that Ythril lacks in here, and that could very well be the thing that turns the tide in our favor going forward to take Ythran over here. And hopefully it will, because I would not enjoy losing this entire stack of army peoples. If we do, or even if we don't, we do have weaponsmithing on the way. It's going to give us maces, like proper maces, instead of those stinky little battle hammers, battle axes, short swords, broadswords, and access to the timber mill, which I'm not going to be able to build until this war is maybe not completely resolved, but at least sort of closer to being won, when I have a control over the situation, at any rate. I have a palace going there, we've got a school building, the missionary hall of Scroat is well on its way to completion. There's a mill in Lancre, and the Asgardians are being built in Quirm, armor in Uberwald, school in Stohelet, and a school in Pseudopolis. Once all of those buildings finish, I should have a decent tech rate, and I should be able to just run away with the tech tree here, and that is going to help me run away with the war effort as well. But we shall see what happens. He has one turn to reinforce this place. And he did. Oh boy, did he ever. Yeah. Ouch. You know what? I don't think I can take this city anymore. Crazy thought, I don't think I can take this city right now. That's a bit too much. It's a bit too much. Little bit. Just a little. So what I'm instead going to do is... None of you are able to... Oh, I could upgrade arm... Right. I'm outside of my influence. Well, herder. Now... Upgrade armor... Sure. Just making sure I have the best quality armors on all of my dudes, metal and gilder. Ow, that is a lot. I think that is upgrading the leather they're wearing into chain. I'm not going to spend that actually, and I kind of regret now having spent a little bit. But oh well. 1526 to recruit this guy. Let's take a look at him. What would make you worth it? You have Trog blood, so you can carry some more. Good for you. You're a Death Disciple. You're quick. You have Fire Apprentice. He's an Assassin, Caster, Strength, and Vital Strike. Level 7, 29 hit points, 6 defense, 24 attack, and 2 movement. Yeah. Yeah. You know, the level 1 heroes you can recruit from at the start of the game, they're kind of worth it. I mean, you can see them as a general of your army, sort of spellcaster. They can do some stuff and learn some skills that your regular army dudes can't. But when you start getting up to level 7 guys, even level 5s and level 9s, it's just 1526 gilder. I could cut that by 25%, which is what, like 360, 370 somewhat gilder less to recruit this guy. That's still 1200 gilder, okay? It's still 1200 gilder, which would take me 120, 35 turns? 135 turns. Somewhere close to 135 turns it would take me to accumulate the amount of money I require to hire this guy. And you might say, but Acciyn, he has 2 troops with him. You don't get them. You just... Nope. You pay for them to disappear and for this guy to join your army. That's it. As far as I know. That's what's happened whenever I've tried it before. It could be that it has to do with the army limit, and if I try it with like a single person in the army, those will join me. Like I've said, I don't know the game fully, but whenever I've tried recruiting these guys, the whatever things they have with them just disappear. You don't get them. And it's not really worth it anyway. I mean, 14 hit points. You saw the damage that the things in here do. 14 hit points is not something that you would brag about to your mother, okay? That is something... Having 14 hit points is the kind of thing that makes you embarrassed to go to the family reunions, okay? It's that bad. You don't even have, like, anything that gives you a plus to hit points when you level up, so... You're stuck with the base, which is... What is it? It's 2. 2 per level. Good job there, Harbingers of Doom. Good job. You have a defense of 0. It's a defense of 0. Okay, I'm rambling on this for a little bit, but this is one of the things I don't like about this game. The fact that you can spend basically 150 turns of your income on a hero unit that has... This guy has 2, like, spells. He has death magics and he has fire magics. Okay, whoop-de-fucking-do. He has some magics and he's level 7. He's got some hit points on him, some starting defense, decent okay. Let's do that again. He's got some hit points on him and a decent attack. There we go. Show the proper numbers there. You'd have to buy him a horse. That's another 120 gilder. Or you could buy him a Varg. I think those are the same, if not more expensive. Haven't checked. But you really don't... You're really not getting anything from it. You're really not. I could buy... Here. I could buy 2 groups of Lancers for that kind of money. Now, what do I get with 2 groups of Lancers? I get 73 hit points. I get 16 defense, 44 attack, and 4 movement from my basic troops. I had better troops before I was able to recruit this guy than I have. Like, there's no point. If I had 1,000,000 gilder and literally nothing else to spend it on. I guess it would be okay for me to hire these guys, but it's really unfortunate that they cost so much yet provide so little. I mean, sure, if you stick them inside a city, that city gains an unrest bonus. You get 5 less unrest. 5 less? For that price? Seriously? No, still not worth it. But if you combine everything, it's still not worth it. I'm sorry, but it's just not worth the expenditure there. Also, we have a group of Asgardians here. These guys, I just trained some of the best units I can afford at this point. Seems like there's only 3 of them. Whatever. No, it's 4 of them. Good. 60 hit points, 32 defense, 52 attack. Yeah. They do blunt damage, cold damage, lightning damage, more lightning damage, and more cold damage. And this is where their defense is coming from. Chain coif, chain shirt, chain vambraces, kite shield, chain greaves, chain boots, and braided belt. I could buy that for this guy after spending 1,526 gilder on him, and yes, I'm going to continue on this rant for a while, because I want to. I need to vent this. So, how much is that, really? Buy 80 gilder, 200 gilder, 140, another 80, another 80, 130, the horses 120, and the braided belt goes for 115. Yeah. So it's basically the cost of this guy. That's what it is. If I could equip one of my... I could equip Susan or my own little avatar here in that gear for the same price as it would cost me to just buy him. And no. It's... I just don't see any way you could make that a worthwhile thing. Really, it's a shame that it's that way, but it is that way. We are going to have a training yard built in Uberwald, and we are going to have Sudopolis over here. Do I want a crystal mine? I might want a crystal mine. Yeah, I want a crystal mine. It'll allow me to put some magic stuff on my units. Yeah, I'm only gaining 1.5 per turn, as opposed to 10 per turn I'm gaining metal-wise, so that's a good investment. Now, you guys, with your fancy capes and everything, you're going down here. So are you. I might not be able to take this city yet, but I'm sure as hell gonna siege it. He is not coming over here and taking the metal I rightfully stole from him. No way. It's mine. And I ain't giving it up. You guys can wait there. And I think that is it for the turn. Yes, I know. Long turn, made even longer by the fact that I wanted to vent something. Deal with it. I'm done with that now. It was a tangent, it happened, and now we're... Hello, Tarth. We would like to go into an economic treaty with you, creating trade routes between our 2 capitals. We would be willing to offer you 7 gilder to make this happen. What do you think, guys? Should I do it? Should I go into a trade agreement with the Tarths? With the Tart of Tarth, as I have playfully nicknamed her. She'd give me 7 gilder up front. It's another 10% to my incomes. But it's elf bitch. It's... fine. Serve my purposes for now, and when the time comes, I will have you slaughtered. As weapons get bigger, the costs make them to make them increase. Find the best ratio for your economic situation. Thank you! It's not like I've been trying to do that already, is there? Varg riding, don't want. War colleges for longswords? Nah. Nah. Catapults. I have never used those. It's just... their statistics do not look like something I would use. It just doesn't... it's so far along the tech tree, and you get so little in return for it. I mean, picking up the tech, you get +1 army size. Okay, that's a good one. I wouldn't mind having a +1 army size. In fact, I'm probably going to go for war colleges just to get the +1 army size. Catapults, though, 2 moves, 28 attack, 30 defense, 56 hit points, it's okay. 16 initiative, that's pretty nice. And they do splash damage, so they damage everything within 1 tile radius of where you are targeting. Okay. It's okay. I don't see why I'd want that in my army as opposed to, let's say, something equipped with a really big weapon and doing lots and lots of damage. Especially not once you get down to having squads and companies. I think I'm actually going to go for getting squads before I increase the army size. Yeah. Yeah, my motivation for that is your army size isn't that important if you have a superior army in terms of how many hit points, how much defense, and how much attack damage that they have / can dish out, then you can win battles with a lower number of troops as long as you have the better quality of troops. And since this is a game about multipliers, getting those army multipliers can be really beneficial for you. Costs more, that's true. Costs a lot more. The more units you add into a unit, or well, people you add into a unit rather, the more resources they consume as you make them. You can make a timber mill. You're not going to be training units, so you can make a timber mill. That'll be fine. Also, there are stuff in my territory. I don't care. I got bigger things on my mind, like winning this war. Now then. There we go. They went into this army. That's fine. That's fine. We can move this army over here, be sort of a scouting force, I guess. Have a look-see on what's happening over there. That'll be good. And basically what I'm waiting for right now is for him to send an army out towards me, and then I'm gonna crush that. Might never happen. He might just decide that he has no use, need, or want for my bullshit and is just going to turtle, even though he is the one who declared war on me. If that happens, I guess I'm okay with it. I mean, I can expand behind this. I don't know if he can, but I can expand behind this. I can have Uberwald and Quirm building units for me, and I can have, well, basically the rest of my empire producing everything else I need. Well, I am going to need units to capture, to clear out the place, that is true, but I shouldn't need all of the units I build to reinforce down here. No, really shouldn't need that, so yeah, the rest of my empire can focus on expanding the, well, rest of the empire. Another thing I'd like to mention is the road system. It's convenient that you don't need to build them yourself, they just auto-build to the various locations when you discover the prerequisite technology. One thing that isn't so good about it, though, is, well, from Scroat to Lanker, I would love to have a road crossing this path, to make it easier to sort of defend between those two cities? Not possible. Nope, the road is built and you can't, as far as I know anyway, tell the game to build a road to another city. We can check that. Rename, race, details. Details brings up this screen. There is nothing here. Oh, that's the unrest. How much? Okay. Train and build. And there's no... You can clear forests, you can demolish stuff. But as you can see, there is not really a button to tell the city to build a road from Scroat to Lanker. And that's kind of an annoyance, at least for me. Yes. Okay, crystal mine being built. We've got all of this stuff. Hey now. Wild game, you should be building. You should do that, because it's gonna help me. Also, this is a pretty cool feature, the world map. If you zoom out long enough, you get this cool little map thingy that actually looks like a map, where you can see different units as sort of icon related things. You see the roads and the forests, and everything's made to look, you know, like an ancient map, basically. Details like that just, they add so much to the game. It's a shame that there aren't more games that actually do that. Just add little details like that to just make it so much more awesome. These air shrills are considered strong and we're considered medium. Let's test that, shall we? Let's test that. Yeah, you're gonna static blast me. See if I even care about your static blasts. I do care about the fact that if I move these guys anywhere close to that or that square, it's going to wall these two off. So just move over there and pass. And let's see what we can do about this. Mort, time for some combat for you. I know, I've left you in Scroat for a while. You haven't really been allowed to do much combat. I'm trying to fix it right now, okay? I'm doing the best I can here. Bash. Bash him to death. Okay, that guy didn't want to fight anymore. That guy did. Alright, just keep moving. Strong versus medium, my ass. So which one's strong now, game? Which one's the strong now? Uh-huh, that's what I thought. And that was the wrong target for me to attack, I fully admit this. I don't really care. These are just air shrills. They're not as strong as the game wants you to think they are. As evidenced by the fact that I'm kicking their ass. Like so. Stay. Okay, come on. Up. There we go. That consumed all of your movements. Okay. Well, whatever. We got tons of stuff building. The second unit of Asgardians is going to be done in 2 turns, and we are going to design a new unit. It's going to be female because the game wanted it to be. Broadsword or short sword, you can see the differences here. Short sword, less damage, more initiative. More damage, less initiative, basically. Maces over hammers, yeah. It even has a better initiative thing, where it only gives a -3 instead of the -4. Which is kind of funny, considering this is a bigger, heavier weapon. You'd think you'd have less initiative with it, but the game had different ideas. Also, lightning hammers instead of regular hammers adds 1 lightning attack per level, so leveling them up will make it better in terms of damage, but yeah, it needs 6 levels to even compare to the mace. And the battle axe. Lots of damage. Lots and lots of damage. It's also two-handed, so there's that. Same with the mace, I think. No, it's not. It's one-handed. Okay. Battle axe is two-handed though. Labor cost 16, 16. It's the same, and wait a second. I never noticed this before. The mace apparently is not made of metal, everyone. You can see it right there in the cost. 3 metal for the axe, no metal for... Are you sure about this game? Are you sure this mace is not made of metal? Like, not even a little bit? Are you sure? 'Cause I'm not. Oh man. This thing. The monk's robe, as you can see, is actually better than the leather armor. Leather cuirass. Simply because it's magical. Which also means that putting that on your troops costs crystal instead of metal. There we go. I used my words, everyone. I'm smart. And kite shields, kind of expensive. But it's a good way if you don't have that much metal to sort of balance out how you build your troops. Like, you can have some leather and some... Also, you should always put people on horses first if you're going to have them on horses, because it increases their weight capacity and it makes it so much easier for you to do the armor thing. Like that. So currently we have a cost of 2 crystals, 4 metal, and they still have a pretty decent... They've got 11 dodge and 13 defense. 13 defense. I mean, if you did this, you'd have... Yeah, you'd have 22. It's a big difference, especially the chain shirt. Chain shirt also gives you cutting defense, which is great. This gives you dodge though, so there is that. But you can see the costs, sort of a big difference here. So we're going to try and make a budget version of a good unit here, which would be something like this. 2 crystal, 6 metal. Equipment wise, we could... We could for a while. Braided belt, it's so much cost. Look at the metal cost, it's 12 per. Costs more than putting them in a chainmail. Jesus. Jesus. And yeah, these guys are pretty much just... the accessories here is pretty much your crystal sink for the game. Ring of Life, that'll be fine. You have a lady's cape. Doesn't look good on you. Looks really weird on you. In fact, capes at all look really weird with the mage's robes. So you're not going to have that. You're going to have Charge, you're going to have Veteran, and Discipline. That's what I like to have in all of my cavalries. And what's the game going to call you? City Keepers. We are going to call you the Bathrobe Maidens. Because why not? That's pretty much what they are. They are maidens in bathrobes. They're not made of bathrobes like some people would have you believe, but they wear them. Okay. How many of you can I make? That many, huh? How long until I get logistics? 12 Oh god. I need that for squads. I so need that. It's 5 troops instead of 4. Yeah, I need that so bad. While the schools are about to finish, Stow Healet, Stow Lot is making a timber mill. Can I rush by that with... No. No, I can't. Nope. Shut me down there. Thanks, game, for that. Thank you. Okay. You're building a pasture and a crystal... Okay, that's fine. That needs to be done, so I can't really complain about it. 2 turns for the school. Okay. Let's get on with the turns. And see what we can do about stuff. Yithril has conquered the Tarth city on Queen's Hand. Okay, so he's busy elsewhere. Oh man, he's over here. No, he's got troops over here? He does. Bastard. Who do you have? You have a Vasim, a Wargrider, a Grunt, and an Oppressor. He's got Tilda Herb, so he can heal himself. Whatever. That's... No. I know I'm helping Elf Bitch by doing this. But no. No. We're fighting on one front. One. I'm not going to have you fucking backdooring me. No. No, 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 no. I'm not into that sort of thing. Okay, you guys stay there, and that's a turn.